All right, welcome to another man's point of view. I am the Space Luchador, and well, when I say they are not the exception, well, I decided to do a out of the box video, right? Now everybody has their top 10 list and top 5 and top 3 and top 7 and you go on and on, right? Now, we got this girl here, right? She seems to know what she's talking about. However, like I said, and this is the point, she is not the exception. So she's got 5 things women say that are red flags. I can care less about that, and you should too. Rather, learn the lesson of the day for today. Now, I know this is a hard concept. It may be boring. You may not like it, right? But trust me, this is literally what separates that 1% from everybody else. I'm gonna stop rambling and we're gonna go ahead and jump in, okay?
Say that are red flags. Number one, I don't cook, I don't clean. Now, I want to stop by saying it is okay if a woman is not a good cook or maybe she's not a good clean, but when a girl says, I don't cook or clean, like it's almost like I'm not that type of girl. Right there is just like stuck up. She's not willing to put in any effort, and usually girls are the ones that do cook and clean, especially if you want those traditional roles. Now, don't get me wrong, if you're somebody that likes to cook, that's completely fine. Maybe she does the dishes, but usually the guy is the one that takes out the trash and mows the lawn, and the girl is the one that helps keep the house clean. So when a girl says this, there's something about it's like super entitled. Like, I know I'm supposed to be this type of girl, but I am not this type of girl. To me, I feel like that's a huge red flag. Again,
There it is. Now that's what I want you to understand and listen. She gave you all that gibberish, right? Only to say, to me, that's something that would be a red flag. This is what I want you to actually learn. Actually pay attention. She is not the exception. Now, well, she is giving you secrets of the universe, and she is correct for the most part. She is not the exception, and that's the lesson. She has to also say things, right, like this, because now it could just be, right, that she's doing a video for the sake of doing the video. Could be that. However, it's still a video, and that's the point. She is giving advice to men, right? Hence the red flag of I don't kick it. It doesn't matter. That's irrelevant. The fact that she's saying it is muttering the waters. That's the point. Now, let's continue. I'll show you what I mean.
and even if she's not good at it, there's something to be like, oh, I'm not really good at cooking and cleaning, but I'm like working on it. That's a better response than just being like, I just don't cook or clean. So if you hear this, I think that's a huge red flag.
There it is again. Do you see my point? I want you to see the matrix. This is next level. Remember that. Here at the man's point of view, it's next level. A level that no one has reached yet, except for myself. However, I'm here to show you the ropes. That's the point. Do you see this? I know it sounds crazy. I know it's out of the box. I know it's not common or normal, right? But just see the points so that then you can connect them. Right? I think, right? In my opinion, that's what I want you to see. And once you start listening to this, to these cues, because that's what they are, in my opinion, right? I'll show you what I mean. And this can be applied quite literally to everything that they say.
Especially if you're somebody that does want those traditional gender roles. Number two, I don't like to be alone. That just shows that maybe she's not mature enough, that maybe she doesn't know how to.
Did you hear that? Now, she points out what a red flag would be according to her list, and then says that just shows she's not mature. That doesn't mean a damn thing to us. That's the point. That's what I'm trying to show you. See what I mean? Now, here's the part where all guys out there seem to get it wrong. Because it's not about if she's mature or not. It's like if you like her, you like her. That's it. Like there ain't and shouldn't be no red flags that you should be looking for. Because you will find them. Guaranteed. That's the point. That's why you fail. See my point? So let me show you what I mean again, right?
Function on her own. Maybe she's somebody that kind of jumps from relationship to relationship because of this not wanting to be alone. And when a girl doesn't want to be alone, she's going to be really needy. She's going to rely on you and you're going to feel really exhausted. Also,
Is that not what we want, technically? Really needy and clingy, especially if she's a 10. But do you see what I mean, though? Some of this information, right? Most of this stuff should be common sense. That it makes no sense, right? When you hear it out loud.
you want an independent girl, somebody that can be fine.
There it is. No, you do not. You don't. There's independence, and then there's competent. It's two different things, right? The fact that she can do it to, oh, she's independent is a whole different thing. As a matter of fact, that's some of the biggest problems in relationships today because they get those two confused. But let me show you again.
On their own, but that wants to be with you, not that needs to be with you. I feel like that's
Now, those are the little, what would be the important points that everybody misses, right? That she wants to be with you, not needs to be with you. You see the difference, right? However, again, she is not the exception. You shouldn't care whether she wants to be with you or needs to be with you. You see, it's complicated because it's two different reasons why she would be with you, but it doesn't matter to a real man because it's the fact that she's gonna be with you. Now, let me explain that because a lot of people, right, most, guys get mad at me when I try to explain this because they don't get it. Understand? Needs to be and wants to be. Doesn't matter because they both have a point that they are with you. What you must understand is that you get that opportunity. After that, these two are irrelevant. It's the opportunity that you want. That's why I always say you reel it in. The hook, right? They bite. It could be because they want, it could be because they need. It doesn't matter. Your job is to reel it in. That's the hard part. You see what I mean now? But, anyways, let me show you again because this video is about she is not the exception, right? Which I've been saying.
that's a huge mistake these days is people are getting in relationships because they need somebody else to maybe fill a void or something has happened in their trauma in their past and they're using this relationship as a crutch or thinking that it's going to change or solve all their issues when in reality they're not healthy enough to be in an actual relationship. So to me, if a girl says I don't like to be alone,
you heard that? So to me, if a girl you hear that? So to me, that is what you must learn to catch when you hear any woman, this woman, any woman out there, when they're talking. Learn to catch that, and you will see what I am talking about. Check it out.
that's usually a red flag that she hasn't worked out some of these issues and she's just going to be really needy, and if it doesn't work with you she's just going to hop on to the next one, which I don't think that's very good.
Which I don't think that's very good. You hear that? These are not facts. She didn't do the math. This is, I think, in my opinion, I feel that's what this is. And like I said, while she is very good, she will give you some secrets. She has been truthful. She is not the exception. She is also a woman, and you must understand this is what they do. this is the proof. That's why I'm doing this video. You get it? Anyways, number 3, I'll show you.
Number 3, I don't think cheating is a big deal. Like, I don't think it's a deal breaker. That is either she's cheated in the past and she's trying to, play it to be like, oh, it's not a big deal. Maybe her parents, there was an issue there and like the father or the mother cheated on one another and they stayed. So in her mind, like, it's not that big a deal. You can work it out. And don't get me wrong, everyone has their own values and belief systems. But to me, cheating is a no if it happens.
To me, cheating is a no. You hear that? Once again. And anyways, who says that? You got to understand. All right, you got to see this from like 3-dimensionally. Damn near 4. Understand. If a woman says, and I've been saying this, if a woman says something, it's fishing. I know how it sounds. But she's basically testing you. She's going to say something to see what you're going to do. So understand. If she says, I don't think cheating, and your sorry ass agrees or disagrees, you're giving 2 reactions. Understand. 1, right? You agree. So now she's like, oh, this guy's a cheater. 2, you somehow flip out, oh, this guy's a bitch. Do you see what I am saying? And not only that, like I said, who says that, right? Now, a dumbass douchebag dude might say it because he don't care, right? But if a woman says it, you got to understand there's a reason. I've been saying this, right? Now let's go back to her. In her opinion, right? And her reasoning, and it's all about that. That's what I'm saying. That's what you need to catch. I know this is complicated crap. It's hard. I know. Right? You need to be interested in this to truly master it. And it's hard, I know.
Happens, it's done. Absolutely not. It's a break of trust, and they were looking for something elsewhere, and they didn't just fall into it. They chose to do that. So to me, that would be a huge deal breaker. But if a girl says this, like, she's trying to let you know where she stands, and you may be thinking, look, oh, girls don't say this. No, like, I have heard.
Yeah, you have heard. That's the point. You must understand again. What she says, right, is only what is this? Food for thought. What would it be? It's almost like picking cherries, right? There's good fruit, shitty fruit, right? So you gotta learn to pick. Learn to understand the good fruit. That's the point of my video, right? I want you to see. You already saw in all these red flags, it's her opinion, it's she feels, it's I think, it's there's no facts, no mathematics behind it, no nothing. It's just her opinion, her feelings, right? What she thinks it might be. Do you see what I mean? She's seeing it from the eyes of herself, not the man's point of view. Now do you get it? Anyways, let's finish it up. Let's wrap it up for today.
Heard multiple girls say this in the past, and I don't know if it's A, like I said, the things I said earlier, or B, that she's worried that her significant other is going to cheat on her, so she's kind of saying it as like,
I'll still stay even if you do it.
which is desperate and not a good look. So
that's not how it works. You see what I mean? I told you she's not the exception. She's not. She's the really. If you find a girl, right, who's again a 10, right, or any type of girl that you actually like, this goes right out the damn window, right? Like desperate and clingy, and you're really gonna be there. Well, I don't want a desperate and clingy. Really, if you like her, you're gonna want her to stick around 24/7. That's it. If you're being honest with yourself, right? That's it. Don't work the other way. Now, the other way, if you're desperate and clingy, no matter how good looking you are, as a man, they will kick you right square in the ass as you go out the door. That's it. Anyways, continue.
So if you do hear this, I mean, you have your own beliefs and values, do what you want with it. But to me, I think this is a
There it is. There it is again. To me.
huge red flag. Number 4, it's okay to be friends with your ex. Now, I know I've talked about this a lot, and
Now, before she says it, because I want to see if she's really going to say the true answer to this one. I'm going to tell you right now. The true answer is so it's okay to be friends with your ex. When they say that again, remember. Remember the rules. Remember everything I've said in the past. They do everything they do. There's a reason behind it. Nothing that they do comes out of a place of no reasoning. You got to understand that there is a damn reason. Right now, where did that come from? I'm still working on that because I don't know if they fabricated in the mind or somehow, right? Right, there's this hidden power. I haven't deciphered it just yet, but that don't matter for today. Right now, just want you to know there's a reason behind the move, right? So when you say something like that about, well, I don't mind if you hang with your ex, they want to see how far, right? You're willing to do this, right? Because understand, I don't mind you hang with your ex means she knows you're hanging with your ex, or there might be some real possibility of it. You see what I mean? There's a reason she wants to know how you're gonna react. She wants to know if your little fake ass might come up with this speech about how, well, I don't have no reason to talk to my ex and or whatever the hell, right? Or you might be, oh, you're okay with it, and then all of a sudden you're talking to the ex, and you think you're some kind of damn big shot. Now you got two, right? All while you never saw that she was testing you the whole damn time, right? She wants to see what you're made out of. She wants to see what you're up to. Understand that nobody in the internet talks, right? Or gives you this level of knowledge. Because I dare say they've never been there. I don't think they really know the ropes. But anyways, um, again, let me see what she's gonna say. But that's the reason. You gotta understand. I don't mind you talking to your ex. Now, would you say that? I don't. I can care less if you're hanging with your ex, right? Right? Right now, she's gonna go pick up some old underwear over at the ex house. You all right with that? Are you okay with that? No, you wouldn't, because you know deep down what's really going on. But anyway, let's continue.
Just think it's a lot of people are giving misinformation or they truly believe that it's okay to be friends with your ex, but to me I don't think so,
There it is. To me, I don't think so.
especially from my background. I have my master's in therapy. Usually there's some sort of connection, someone has.
That's a red flag right there. When a woman says she has a master's or she studied psychology or she understands therapy and she's a therapist and she went to school for relationship, all this crap, it's bullshit. You can't go to school. I mean, you can, but that's not how it works. That's not where you get true knowledge. Now I'll bring up, just to give you the example, right? Somebody goes to school and they could study their whole damn life and they get one big ass certificate, right? Oh, there it is. There you go. You are now an expert, a master in the craft. They go out into the real world, right, with this certificate. Now, by all means, right, backed up by Harvard, whatever the hell. And they're out there in the real world and in practice, they fall right square in the ass. Why? Because it ain't the same damn thing. You gotta understand, true knowledge can only be learned hands on. That's it. It can't be taught. I mean, you can get the basics, right? The theory, right? And how it works and all the it's all good. But if you ain't out there in the field, right? You just you just can it's not the same thing. Just put it that way. I can't even explain how the hell, but it's not the same thing. Why do you think Hollywood's down the shitter? Right? Because all these damn movie directors went to school, right? They learned film and they're experts and they got their little titles and they get these big shot, right, multi-million dollar contracts because they got, again, right, they got their little titles of how big shot that they are because they went to study it in school, and then they make a damn movie and turns out they don't have a single creative actual creative bone in their sorry ass body, which means what? You get shitty ass movies. That's what's going on. But anyway, it's a whole nother thing. Kind of went on a rant. Let's finish it. Let's finish this video up.
Feelings, and they are comfortable with each other, and they don't want to lose each other even though they're not in a relationship. It's also a crutch. They don't want to fully have to leave the relationship even though they are broken up. And this is really common if they've been together for a really long time, if they're intertwined with each other's family. It's like, oh, like we're not together, but we're still really good friends. We still tell each other everything. Now again, I just want to...
Now, if I had a dime for every time I heard, on both sides, by the way, oh, we live together, but we don't sleep together. And if I had a dime for every guy that says, yeah, she still lives with the guy, but she told me they don't sleep together. You have to be the biggest mark on the face of the planet. You're an idiot, right? And I always tell them, you are the biggest dumb, because I'm telling you, hell, I've been there, right? The whole, you live together. If there's a damn woman under my roof, whether we're together or not, you can bet your bottom dollar I'm getting it in. That's it, right? So you best believe, right? You best believe that that's what happens, right? That's it. So if anybody tells you different, they don't know a damn thing about the real world. But anyways, I want to turn this into some sort of a gloom and gloom, right? Yeah, let's finish this off because taking pretty long
preferences
here.
by saying if you have kids, that's a completely different story. You still have to have contact with your ex, but if you...
That's even bigger problem. If you got kids, right, every now and then you get it in just out of old habit. That's just the way it is, right? If you want to think it's like sunshine and roses out there, it ain't, right? We're in the handbasket and well on the way. Guarantee you know this to be true. Anyways, let's finish.
I just don't think hopping in a relationship with a girl that's still best friends with her ex is the best.
Oh, there it is again. I just don't think. You see what I mean?
Thing. They had sexual relations. Like, you don't want to be hearing her being like, oh yeah, I'm going to meet Jake.
There it is. She's kind of telling you, right? They had it. You really think they ain't gonna have some more?
My
Give me
ex-boyfriend for
seconds.
lunch. You're not going to feel comfortable with that. Also, it's a fair boundary to set if you don't want it, and if she is not willing to stop being friends with her ex, then this is not somebody you want to be in a relationship with. And whenever these like red flags come up, obviously it's not that like, oh, a girl has 1 or 2 red flags, like you have to leave. But if they're like deal breakers, then you should probably leave if you're seeing these red flags. But if a girl has more than 1 or 2, that's usually not a good sign, and it's probably going to end badly. And number 5, I love to party, just not a good look. A girl that likes to get drunk every weekend is really immature, has not gotten the party stage out of her system. Also,
listen to what she just said there. And this is why I tell you it's not the exception, right? So think of the logic, all right, behind that statement. I like to party. Then she goes on and says, well, that's not a good look. And it means she's immature and just has not gotten it out of her system. Understand the logic, right? In one hand, right, she's saying she's actively doing it. On the other hand, she got it out of the way. What's the difference? There is no difference, right? In both hands, they're doing it. Do you see what I mean? What you must understand is the only thing that matters, is what I'm telling you, right? Now, was she partied in the past? Well, you weren't there. So, realistically, you shouldn't give a rat's ass. On the other hand, she's partying now. You're here now. You must party with her. You see how it works? That's it. You must understand you are a fisherman. You ain't going after the fishes because of their record or what they did or what they're doing or what they have to say. It doesn't matter. You're a fisherman. You like that fish? You go ahead, put your little hook, the worm, the whole 9 yards, throw it out in the sea, and when it bites, you reel it in. That's it. Everything else should be irrelevant to you. That is a true man because you can handle anything. Once you understand this, you can handle anything that is thrown at your plate. Now, understand what I'm saying. That is thrown at your plate. It's your plate, not her plate, not their plate, not anybody else's sorry ass plate. It's your plate. You supposed to be the man. So there you go. I'll see you on the next man's point of view. Share, like, subscribe, understand. I know it's a hard concept, right? But I'm telling you, this ain't no concept. This ain't my opinions, right? This ain't I feel it should be this way. This is the way it is. I'm telling you, that's it. It's the way it is. It's the answers. It's raw. It's messed up. You ain't gonna like it. But these are the facts. I've done the math. I've gone to the drawing board, down in the lab, right? Done some damn alchemy, believe it or not, at that level, yes, right? Psychology and therapy and everything that you've ever heard that's advanced and out there, I've done. And I found the answer. So there you go. I'll see you on the next man's point of view.